Did you know 35% of sales professionals consider objections to be the toughest challenge in sales that they face? This is according to HubSpot. I get this question all the time, every single day. Joel, how do you handle this objection? How do you handle, I want to think about it? How do you handle, let me talk to my wife? How do you handle, this is too expensive? How do you handle, give me a few days, right? Literally every single day, a sales pro comes to me and asks me how to handle that. Now, the short answer is they can come and watch my objection nullification secret. I have a whole course, couple hours that I teach on objections, but I'm gonna share with you the main things that you need to learn and master to nullify objections in your sales process. Now, first, why do I say the word nullify, not handle? When you say objection handling, it just sounds to me like you can handle it once, maybe twice, but it's gonna resurface, it's gonna come up again, right? And I don't want that to come up again. When I say objection nullification, or when I'm nullifying objections, that means that that objection will never come up again. That objection is dead. And here's the case, here's why. Just like an iceberg, right? You've heard of the iceberg where, people talk about, oh yeah, my success is all up here, what people can see, and no one sees all the hard work that I go through. It's actually the same thing with objections. So imagine on the top, right? Above the water, you have surface level objections. And on the bottom, you have what I call root objections. Here's the secret. Most objections, 95% of objections are surface level objections. The secret to nullifying objections is you have to uncover the root objections in order to close the sale. So let me repeat that one more time. 95% of objections are surface level, which means you need to uncover the real root objections. Every single objection you get boils down to 4 root objections. You wanna know what they are? Thought so. Here we go. The first root level objection is I literally do not have finances, right? Like if you look in my wallet, my bank account, my credit cards, my savings account, I'm literally financially unqualified, right? I don't have funds, okay? So sometimes prospects will say I don't have money or I can't afford that, but that's a smoke and mirror. That's not true, right? But if a real root level objection is they literally cannot afford your solution, right? And that's a real pain. And how we help them in that case is hold them accountable to get a second job, to sell upon some of the items at home, or to be resourceful and maybe get a personal loan from a friend or family member, or apply for a 0% credit card. So in those cases, that's a real root level objection. The second root level objection is, and this is big, is literally called fear. Fear is a root level objection because fear comes from the heart. Fear comes from the deepest, darkest depths of your soul. And fear is just one of those things where, literally, think about it, right? I want to think about it. That's actually fear-based. I want to speak to my husband or wife. That's also fear-based. And I say that because sometimes it is legit. So the third root objection is actually, I want to speak to my spouse, and I put an asterisk on that because sometimes it is possible that marriages and couples and relationships, they actually have like a spending threshold. For example, with me and my wife, if I want to invest, I want to buy something that costs more than $5,000, it's my marriage pact to tell my wife. Now you could say, oh, but you should get the wife, the decision maker on the call. Yeah, but that's easier said than done. Not every single time you're gonna get a decision maker on a sales call all the time. There are occasions where for the third root objection, it could be a real root objection. Now going back to fear, if people are just saying, let me talk to my husband or wife, and that is a smoke and mirror, the reason why it's fear is because number one, they don't probably believe that your product will solve their pain in a guaranteed way. Because think about it. If you were guaranteed to solve your problems at a reasonable cost that you justify, you feel available, wouldn't you just go for it? And if, let's say the guarantee was, if you don't get the result, I'll give you your money back, plus I'll give you $5,000 for wasting your time. Yeah, like a no-brainer, right? So it comes down to a lot of fear that people aren't wanting to take the risk, right? So that's a root level objection. Third, we covered that. Sometimes spousal objections can be root level. The last root level objection, this is also one that most sales pros miss. And that is, your prospect does not want their problem solved the way your solution is built, the way your product is built. So let me give you a very simple example. Let's say I jump on a sales call because I want to learn how I can make more money online. Now keep in mind, how many ways are there to make money online? Yeah, a million, right? You know this stuff. There's like crypto, dropshipping, Amazon, Shopify, copywriting, clothing, digital marketing, selling ice cream online. The list goes on and on. You can name literally a million things to do to make money online. You can sell music online. You can write music online. You can write books online. When I say that a prospect doesn't want your solution the way they want it solved for themselves is, let's pretend I'm an introverted guy and I want to make money online. And if you were telling me to make money online, you should become like a high ticket closer, you should become a commission-based sales professional, speak on the phone every day to people, I would be like, dude, no, I don't want that. Even though I can clearly see and I believe and I agree that your product is the best thing for sales professionals and that people are making money and people are killing it and they're making multiple six figures, is not the way I want my problem solved. I'm an introverted guy. I don't want to talk on the phone all day. So then you have this issue where sales pros, they keep pushing this idea down people's throats, which is crazy. It's like, oh no, you should be a closer. You should buy this, right? They don't want it solved that way. So poor me, I should be getting on the phone maybe to run an Amazon store, right? Where I'm always behind the scenes just shipping products out. I could be a copywriter, right? Who I'm just writing copy. I'm not really interacting with people. I could be a media buyer running Facebook ads because I'm not really interacting with people. I'm looking at software all day. This is what I mean by not having problem solved the way that they want it solved. So these are the 4 root level objections. And I'm gonna challenge you. Every time you get an objection, I want you to think, where in this 4 root objections does that surface level objection fall? So I want to think about it, which is like the most common objection. I want to think about it is usually a very fear-based objection. It's fear-based because the only reason they want to think about things, well, there's actually many reasons, but one of the biggest reasons is that they just don't believe that your product can solve it for them right now and right then. Because again, going back to solving problems, if I know for a fact that your solution is guaranteed to solve my problem, and you were even willing to add a risk-free guarantee and give me money and all that kind of stuff, right? It was just like no-brainer. I would do it without a doubt, right? I probably have questions about logistics, how long it's gonna take me, what do I have to do, right? But if everything makes sense, then it's usually because I'm afraid. Let me think about the objection. I got 2 techniques. I'll teach you these 2. You should learn this from me in my virtual selling system under my Objection, Nullification secrets. But the 2 techniques I like to deploy, I guess, would be number 1, the 4 trust. And I want to give the shout out to Eli Wild. And I think till today, this is one of the best techniques that I've learned. So number 1, hey, Mr. Prospect, totally get that you want to think about it. You know, sometimes when I make big decisions too, I also want to think about it. And what I found is that it comes down to typically 4 things, 3 or 4 things, right? Is it okay if I spend 3 minutes to go over this with you before we go? They're like, yeah, cool. The first thing is that maybe today on this call, you didn't feel like I was being very genuine, very sincere. Maybe you felt like I was trying to push my agenda and maybe sell you, right? Is that the case here? And the prospect goes, no, I think you're cool. I just want to take some time to think about how this will work for my business. Gotcha. Okay, so it's not me. Could it be the second thing that maybe when you get the system, when you get this product, you don't think that you can actually implement it with your team and you believe it works, but you just don't think you have the capabilities and bandwidth to implement it properly. And this is where sometimes people admit like, yeah, you're right. But you see, I'm breaking down the objection from I want to think about it to I don't have the bandwidth to implement this. That's much more clarity on what the real objection actually is, right? Does that make sense? And then the third thing could be, maybe you believe you could do it yourself and you believe in me, but you don't actually believe that our product will work for you. And be honest with me, it's not gonna hurt my feelings because I wanna take this feedback to help our company improve. And again, people might say, yeah, you're right. I don't know whether what you do will work. I don't even trust you guys yet. I just met you guys on a call today. So you see, right, we went from, I wanna think about it, to the truth is I don't really trust your product yet. And that's a way cleaner objection to nullify because then it's like, it's dissected, it's clean. I hope that was helpful. And remember, right, when you get on a sales call and people are giving you objections, you wanna find the 4 root level objections, okay? How many? Right, the 4. Now, if you found this helpful, make sure you click on the notification bell, you hit the subscribe button, you follow me, you also comment any questions or anything about sales and business you want me to cover. And don't forget, click on the link in the description below, find a time with me or my team so we can help you increase your sales and skyrocket your revenue. Take care now, bye-bye.